All right, what's going on? Week 17 rookie left tackle video. New channel. New channel. Make sure to subscribe to the new channel. It's been a fun season doing these. I'll say a little bit at the end, but it has been fun doing these, and I'm going to do it next year with next year's rookie crop. So hopefully the Browns, Jets, and Giants draft somebody so we can talk about them. It's been a fun crop. It's the end of the season for Andrew Thomas and Mekhi Becton, so I'll give my thoughts at the end of both of their individual videos of their seasons. And then Jedrick Wills I'm going to save because Jedrick Wills has some playoff games to play, and I'm excited to see how he does. And I'm also going to do Tristan Wirfs next week. I know people have been asking for it, so for the playoff, I will do a Tristan Wirfs for a playoff game. This channel is going to be a lot of O-line stuff, whether it's draft stuff, just offensive lines as a unit. So please subscribe to the new channel. I hope you liked it. For this week, all three had really good games. All three had really good games. You know, some plays here and there that, all three of them would have wanted back, but I thought they all three played well. Becton obviously got hurt in the third quarter, so his day was cut short, but it didn't seem major. I mean, they said he was questionable to return with an ankle. So we'll talk about that. So we're gonna finish. We'll finish with Becton. Wills will be in the middle, and we're gonna start with Andrew Thomas. So let's get into it. Subscribe to the Talking Football channel. Please subscribe to the Talking Football channel. Please, 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 please. All right, let's get into it. Andrew Thomas, Week 17 versus the Cowboys. Oh wow, and there's my browser. All right, first play, we're going to go through some pass reps. Good set. Keeps his hips square. Setting out towards him. And then the punch. Look as Randy Gregory goes for that hand swipe. The punch. Brings his hands back for that punch. And then reloads. And anchors down. Now Gregory wants to go inside. Thomas, he's ready. I mean, this is just good. This is just good athleticism and recovery. Where that hand swipe, he knew that was coming from Randy Gregory. Hand swipe, move his hands, replace. Like, you want to go back inside? Wham! I'm ready. I'm ready for you. Just playing the piano. Again, we're starting at the line mark. Keeping his hips somewhat square. Open up his hips a little bit. Punches a little too early, but he doesn't overextend and lean. And he's only doing the one hand, so it's more of a feeler hand. So he's there. He's got his athleticism, so it's hard to see in the screen. Sorry, but you see DeMarcus Lawrence spins. He's hoping at this point that the first time they matched up, that Andrew Thomas is leaning and sloppy, and he goes to spin, and Thomas is just there waiting. Like, dude, you're gonna have to do a better job than that. Ends up being a touchdown for the Giants. Again, this isn't like a perfect rep, but you can just tell how much more calm he is, man. Got the punch. He even gets his punch a little late. Usually he's early, late. Gregory gets into his chest. But he gets his hands inside, and the hands that are inside win. So Gregory tries to disengage. And Thomas is just there, ready. So it's just good solid reps all game for him with Andrew Thomas. Again, hand fight. His hands have gotten a lot better. Got that left hand as a feeler. So as his defense is, 97 gets into him. Anchors down. Does that hop step. Which he probably is the one who's done that the most. Like he did that at Georgia. That little hop step you'll see. When he feels that bull. When he feels that bull rush, does that hop step. Bam. Hop step. I mean, he's been doing that since training camp, since Georgia. Just hand fight, keeping inside. Good rep. This isn't the worst rep in the world, but it does, Jones does get hit on this. It's a long developing pass, but he does get hit. setting out towards him instead of vertically. I mean, he's just got those long arms. I mean, look how long those arms are, man. Like, you can't teach arm length. So Alden goes to, go inside. Instead of his foot dropping back down here and giving him a lane to the QB, the foot stays square. He just gets pushed back. I mean, and Jones is floating. So this isn't the worst rep in the world, but, probably his worst rep of the game. And in the run game, look what they did. Look what they did. I remember after like week 1 or week 2 in this video, I was like, come on, let these guys do this. They let him pull. And he did a good job, too. The guard screws this up. Does a good job. Listen, they say when you pull, you want to be able to smell these dudes' farts and when you're running by. Tight around, that's tight around the corner. Engages on 92. The guard, Lemieux, should have went here. It could have been a really big play if he picks that up and you have a one-on-one with Gallman. But they let him pull, man. I like that. Let him use his athleticism. And this down block is beautiful. I mean, look where we're starting. And look where you're ending up. You're not letting the defensive lineman get in the backfield. You're just straight moving. This is just power. Power. And it allows your running back to run right off your ass. If the lead blocker 82 does a better job, you got yourself a nice little hole right here to go through. I mean, this is earth moving. I would say he's the most consistent in like movement. Now, part of it is the scheme. Like the Browns don't do a lot of this. The Jets don't even do a lot of this where they're closer to it. But I say he moves the guys the most. Good combo here. Just smart player. Hip to hip with his guard. He's got his eyes on Sean Lee. Comes off. Again, 82 kind of screws this up. Caden Smith, backup tight end for the Giants. So a good game against Andrew Thomas. And something with Andrew Thomas is he struggled against the Eagles and the Cowboys in his first matchups with them. The Eagles much more so than the Cowboys. The Cowboys was really one bad play with some couple other ones, not great ones mixed in. But he bounced back in both those games, and I'm proud of him. And so let's talk about his whole season. Obviously I'm a Giants fan, but I am very proud of Andrew Thomas because he had some struggles, and it seemed like it was getting worse as the season went along. And then from the second half of the season on, well, more than 9 games, the Tampa game on, he was lights out, man. He was lights out. He had a bad fourth quarter versus the Cardinals. Besides that, man, this guy was really, really good, and it shows why he's drafted. Where, the first half of the season, and I know talking points get based off of, what happens in the beginning. So, I don't expect people to make these videos or watch these type of videos. But, the first half of the season, it was like, Becton, Wills, Wirfs, and then Thomas was on a lower level. This second half of the season, they are on the same level. If you know what, like you can argue that Thomas had a better second half of the season of both these guys. Like, and if you've watched these videos, you can see as we go through it. I think he's probably given up the least amount of sacks in the second half. So but anyways, he said it in his press conference today, run your own race. He's running his own race. He's getting better. And that's all you can ask for. And I can't wait to see how him and these other guys come back this second year. So I am very proud of Andrew Thomas's rookie season because it's growth. Okay, you can't ask a guy to be perfect starting out, but he grew. So that's Andrew Thomas. All right, Jedrick Wills, Week 17 versus the Steelers. Mekhi Becton, Andrew Thomas. I'm going to give you a little end of the year thoughts, but I'm not doing that with Jedrick Wills because the season's not over. The Cleveland Browns season continues. Although they got some COVID issues with that guy right there. I kind of feel bad for him. Jedrick Wills, he had a couple bad plays in this game, but I thought this game was really a good representation of him in the pass game, of his hands. His hands are so good. His hands are the best. Out of all these guys, pass blocking wise, I think Wills is just the smoothest. Doesn't mean he's necessarily the best, but to me, he's the smoothest, and we'll go through it. Watch. He's controlling him with his hands. Let's go back through that. Sets. He's setting out. Watch the hands. Boom. On him. Where are you going? Now you got your left hand on me trying to do something. I'm going to use my right hand to get it off. You disengage, left hand on you. Just playing him. Playing like a piano. Playing him like a piano. This next rep. Beautiful. You put somebody on the ground without having to, do a huge, lunge at a guy. Sets, hands ready to go. Puts that left hand on there as like a feeler. Alex Highsmith, who I think is a good young pass rusher. Right hand on the shoulder. Right hand on that shoulder as Smith tries to dip around the corner. Puts him on the ground. You got yourself a nice little pocket there. Just not leaning like crazy. Just good hands. Good hands keeping 56 out of his chest. This next one is just really good stunt pickup. I mean, this was all game. I mean, this was flawless all game for Wills. I mean, you got three guys out here, here, and here. So somebody's coming, somebody's not. So they want Will's eyes to be like make a decision between 27 and Highsmith, but he doesn't overset. He stays vertical, goes straight back instead of setting out, leaving this gap. Sees that he's going to get a stunt, hammers it down, bam. Now Bottino's able to come off on Highsmith. And then finishes it off. Look, I'm telling you, Wills uses his hands the best out of all these guys. Okay, you're going to try and bowl me. I'm going to use my right hand. And then pin him around the corner. Pin him around. Use the left hand to guide, right hand to pin him. And finishes that play. This isn't necessarily like anything special as far as like blocking wise. But this is crazy communication. Like, good job on the Cleveland Browns coaching staff for having this. Like, I watch the Giants and the Jets every week. And, if you watch these videos too, they are nowhere near as far as communication. Like, the fact that he had the ability, the thoughtfulness to come off on this and just know his running back's going to pick that up. And that's good stuff. Or maybe he was hoping Njoku would come off. I don't know. But to trust that is taken care of is beautiful. And look what it leads to. 43-yard pass to the Cleveland Browns. Big play. So now we do have some bad reps we're going to go through. Actually, no, this one's good. Sorry. Handles the inside counter. It's calm. Doesn't overset. As soon as he gets that inside counter, watch the right foot. Just a little pitter patter. Pat, 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 pat. Look at the feet. Not some huge long steps. Not dropping his right foot back here to leave a lane to the QB. And now he's just mirroring him. Using his hands. Keeping him out of his chest. Using his hands to get him off. Highsmith realizes he doesn't have it. Spins. Wills is there. But now we got a few bad reps in it though. Highsmith, that spin is a good move by Highsmith. So this isn't this won't go on Wills for a sack, but this one was caused by Wills. But we're gonna go through one that would go on Wills that shouldn't be. I mean, this is kind of a weird rep for Wills. Like, watch, like he's setting out towards him. For him to like lunge and leave the inside open, that's not something usual. I don't know if he was expecting a chip from the running back or what. But he's just got his hips open like that. And he's just not ready for the spin. And when it happens, thank you for joining our Patreon. I forgot to turn my notifications off. Well, watch that right foot. That right foot drops. Instead of getting that right foot to drop to this line right here and keeping yourself horizontal with the line of scrimmage, it drops back, and now he's got a lane to the quarterback. This is a sack that probably goes on Wills that isn't his fault. I mean, look at where we're starting. Where are we winning? This is starting right here. Highsmith is getting to the quarterback at 11, 12 yards of depth. This is the guard's fault. The guard gets beat inside here. But this goes on Jedrick Wills. Now, he could have played it a little better. But he gets the chip from the tight end. Gets him out. I mean, and look at where he's walling him off at. 8, 9 yards. That should be a win. Yeah, could he have set more towards this? Yeah. But that probably leaves himself a little exposed on the inside. You just got to expect your guard doesn't get blown up like that. Or that, like, you know, Baker is able to step up right through here. I'm not mad at Wills for that play, even though that one goes on him. So it's kind of, Wills gets credited for a sack that's not his fault, and he doesn't get credit for a sack that is his fault. In the run game, I've been kind of critical of Wills in the run game. I thought he was really good in this game, and what I want to highlight is getting to the second level. Like, getting to the linebacker, especially when you're not, like, doing a full combo, is really hard. Like, it's a lot harder than it looks. And Wills makes it look easy. I mean, like I said, he's the most technical out of these three. Feet wide, short steps. Bam. Gets a good punch, gets him out. It's not his fault that this tight end screwed this up. This should be coming off the ass of Wills. Should be a big play. Now the player cuts, but this is a win for Wills. You go help. You make sure that 92 doesn't jump in this gap. Help. Patient. Okay, time to go. So this is a win for Wills right here. Just this angle. Like, it's not like you can't do anything about the DB cutting. The DB cutting means that, hey, you won. This is the only thing I can do is just stop you from moving me. And then here, I mean, this one's beautiful. This one's beautiful. Just like I said, wide base, not overstepping, not leaning. Makes contact and benches. Benches and keeps the feet moving. Again, this isn't a good play for the Browns, but Wills has his guy over there. Where are we starting and where are we finishing? We're starting on the hash mark. We're making contact barely outside the hash mark, inside the R and the O of the logo. And we're finishing him off at the freaking B. That's a great block. So I thought there was a couple bad plays in this game for Jedrick Wills, but overall I thought this was a good game. And I thought it was a very good run game. You know, there's a lot of backside hinges where he did a good job and was able to cut off. So good week 17 for Jedrick Wills. Excited to see what he does in the playoffs against these guys' ones and not their backups. All right, Mekhi Becton, week 17. Now, I did get injured in the third quarter of this game. It looked bad at first, but I guess it's only an ankle injury. And he was questionable to come back, and obviously they're not going to bring him back in a game, week 17. So we'll get into this game. We're only going to go through 6 plays because of the injury. And then I'll kind of give my end of season thoughts on Mekhi Becton. So first play, we'll go through some good. Just controlling the defender with his hands. Now he can bend where he's staying vertical. Like, watch where his feet start and watch where they go. We're starting in the middle of that logo. I mean, he goes straight back, a straight vertical set. And his hips are open a little bit, but it's not like wide open, like, hey, come bend the edge around me open. You know what I mean? Like, he's at a nice angle right there. And then, I mean, he's strong, but this defensive end just cannot get hit. I mean, look at his arm. He's like, I have to grab at his elbows. I can't get to his shoulder pads. And then it's just strong enough, he just controls him. Where this defensive end basically gives up on the play. He's like, I have no chance against this big, strong mountain. Next play, this isn't anything special, but I like it. And we'll see where he gets himself in trouble in the next play. But, again, Now he's got a wide 9, which means, you know, a defensive end who's lined up further out than just right here. 9 tech. Sorry. A 9 technique. Sorry. So he's not doing a vertical set, but he's setting out towards him. And watch as Winovich, number 50, makes an inside move. Watch this foot. Now he's a little delayed with it, but he protects the inside. But he's got enough space to where it can be delayed with that, and he has the help from the running back. Just that little step protects the inside to stop him from like having a lane to the QB, and then just controls him around the edge, and the ball's out. You'll see here he gets beat, and this is, you know, with I'll save this for the end, but on this play, I think he's good feet, good proportion with the defensive end and where his shoulders are. And he just doesn't move his feet. I mean, he maybe mistimes his punch a little bit, but not like anything crazy. I mean, he's definitely leaning a little bit. But 91 is able to grab that arm and kind of control him with that, which doesn't happen to Becton. But he just doesn't move his feet. And by the time his feet do move, here we are. Where when he feels this inside move, that right foot should power down to right here. You don't have to do nothing crazy. You just power down to right here and then trust yourself around the edge. Doesn't move his feet, though. And then in the run, I actually would like, if there's an O-line expert, because I don't consider myself an expert. I think I just have a nice grasp of the basics of what Mekhi Becton should do about this. Because his punch is so strong that watch his punch on 51. His punch is, I mean, he's so strong that he punches this guy and he throws him like a yard 2 away from him. So now he's not on his block, and 51's able to basically just sit on this and dip through and make the tackle. Like, I don't know what he's supposed to do there, because it's a great punch. But if he's able to like stay right here, well, now you've got a lane for the running back. But he punches the guy so often that he can't finish his block. Like, I don't know what he's supposed to do on that. This play is an example of, it looks like Mekhi Becton screws this up, but it's not his fault at all. This is bad. This is why offensive line is a unit. So what are we doing here? So we got these two working to this linebacker. You'll tell by where the guard goes. The guard goes to 51. Well, Becton does his job. Look where he's placed his hands, his hat on the outside shoulder. He's got his outside shoulder outside his shoulder. He should be in pushing. He should be in pushing vertically. But instead of doing what he's supposed to do, and we know for a fact that the play is supposed to come off of Becton's edge, because you can see that, look who's pulling, the guard and the tight end. So the tight end tells where it's supposed to go. It's supposed to go on the inside shoulder of the tight end right here. So this looks like Becton screws it up, but the guard, instead of doing a true double, just helps him like the play's supposed to go on the inside of him and knocks the player outside of Becton's shoulder. Like, that's going to be so frustrating. Like, Becton probably gets blamed for that by, you know, whatever TV announcer it is. And that's not his fault. He did his job. The guard screwed it up, but it doesn't look like the guard screwed it up. And then this, just a nice job getting to the second level. Again, I mean, how many times through these videos have we seen big running plays for the New York Jets come off of him? He helps make sure 43 doesn't get inside, and then is patient, doesn't try and get to the linebacker too quick, is patient, gets him and just seals him off. Bam. That feels good. That feels good getting that, feeling the wind of the running back past you. That feels good, and a nice game for the Jets. So, year in review for Mekhi Becton. The injuries obviously suck. I don't know if they have anything to do with his weight. I know he did say in his closing press conferences that he does. One of his goals is to lose weight, and then he said work on the little things. Like, that is what Becton needs to do, is just work on the little things. Just being consistent play in, play out. Because I don't see any major flaws in his game. There's times where he's had bad plays, But I don't see major flaws in Mekhi Becton's game. He needs to work on the little things, like we talked about on that pass rep. Moving your feet, just not getting lazy with that. The injuries, I don't know. I'm not going to pretend like I have any idea of projecting his injuries. I hope he can stay healthy because this dude, man, had an awesome rookie season. And if he played all 16 games, I may have been campaigning for this guy for Rookie of the Year. I think he should have made the Pro Bowl. He's a beast out there, man. And if he can stay healthy, he can have an amazing career for the New York Jets and can be a fan favorite. So I thought it was a good year. And Becton fixed the little things. Go to work, spend your time with what's his name, Duke Mayweather, and fix the little things this offseason and be a beast, man, because you have all the potential in the world, and we've seen it this year. So, good year for Mekhi Becton. This is the final all three video of these guys, Andrew Thomas, Jedrick Wills, and Mekhi Becton. Obviously, it's on a new channel, so please do subscribe to that. We're going to be doing NFL content. Next week, I will have a Jedrick Wills video. And what I'm going to be doing next week, it won't be with the Wills video, it'll be separate. I'm going to do Tristan Wirfs. Unless he has a bad game. I'm not going to have my first Tristan Wirfs video be a bad game. But I'm going to do Tristan Wirfs. And then maybe I'll do like an O-line, like 4 plays of the week that like led to big plays. So look out for that. I think this channel will be fun. We'll obviously have some scouting stuff. I think I'm going to be going to the Senior Bowl, so stuff like that. So I think this channel will be a lot of fun. And, where this will be more football-related stuff than, where the talking Giants. I know there's Browns and Jets fans on there. It's like, you guys don't want to see 10 Giants videos a day. So, hope you've enjoyed this series this year. I can't wait to do it next year with the rookie left tackle bunch. Appreciate you guys. Please like and subscribe. And thank you for all the support this year. I really do appreciate it.